Hey guys, this is Sin. So this is day one of learning how to do 3D modeling in Blender. And quite frankly, it's not as hard as I thought it would be. So this is my cube man. Let's see. So what did I learn in Blender? Well, I can switch to different views, such as the wireframe view, the shade view, the materials view, and this looks like the lighting view because you can see it's rendering things based on lighting. But I like to be in the materials view because I get a good idea of what the material that I'm playing with looks like. So the way you apply the material is you go to this nuclear icon looking thing, and that's the material that's being applied to my cube man. Right. Obviously, we got the base color. So if we change the color to any other color, it would change that color in practically near real time. Also, if we control the roughness, if the value is 0, it means it'll be super shiny. If the value is 1, that means it's going to be, well, not shiny at all. So if you pick somewhere in between, it'll be a little shiny. But if you go all the way to the left, it'll be super reflective. Like basically, it's glass. Let's see, what else did I learn? I also learned about modifiers, which is what this little wrench-looking icon looks like. So for this particular mesh, I'm applying a mirror modifier. So if I turn off mirroring, you can see I only really constructed half of his mouth, and then using the mirror modifier, it can mirror it on whatever axes you want it to mirror. What else? I also learned about subdivision, and I think probably the best way to see subdivision, the modifier subdivision, is actually, before I go there, let's do something kind of crazy. So one of the things I learned is in edit mode, I can, for example, grab a plane. This is the plane selection mode, and pressing E to extrude, I can extrude that, right? And then and then grabbing yet this plane and extruding that again, I can extrude that, kind of give him a little hair. Right, and if I grab, instead of a plane, a vertex, a point instead, I can press one point, press grab, and I can begin to grab and manipulate the vertex manually. So it's kind of cool. I can kind of create like a little Elvis hat for my little guy here. Yeah, so let's switch to wireframe mode. So if we go to wireframe mode and add a modifier, let me get out of edit mode, so I've got the whole head selected. So if I had a modifier of, say, subdivision surface, you can see I can actually, if I set the subdivision to 0, it will be exactly like the way I created the mesh. But if I subdivide it, you can see if I switch to 3D view, the more I subdivide it, the smoother everything becomes because it's creating more and more geometry underneath. So it's kind of cool how you can do that, and you can do this independently of the view, which is what you're looking at, versus what will get rendered on the screen, which is really, really awesome. So anyway, this is Sin, and this is what I learned day one of doing Blender. Yay!